This is your girl Monique Nicole giving you guys pop culture around the clock. Now, today I'm bringing you guys a Hateful Eight movie review. Shout out to fellow YouTuber and movie reviewer Dean Horton for his review on the Hateful Eight. It is actually the reason why I went out and checked out the movie, and I was not disappointed. Now, I was gonna go see this movie anyway because if you guys didn't know, Quentin Tarantino is like my favorite movie director of all time. He paints a picture like no other, and he did not disappoint for this film. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick synopsis of the movie. The movie opens up with Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Major Marcus Warren. He is sitting on his bounty. He is, of course, a bounty hunter. He's sitting on his bounty in this blizzard that is about to take place, and he doesn't know what he's about to do because his horse just gave out on him. So, luckily, Kurt Russell, another bounty hunter, John the Hangman Ruth, rides up in the wagon on some horses to kind of rescue him from this situation. He already knows him. He's also a bounty hunter, like I said, and his bounty is right next to him because he doesn't kill his bounty. He likes to see his bounty hang. So both of them are on their way to Red Rock. This movie is set in Wyoming. So both of them are on their way to Red Rock to turn in their bounty for their money because, like I said before, they're bounty hunters. So, in the process of trying to beat this blizzard that's coming down really bad, they run into another guy. This is when Walton Goggins is introduced into the film. They run into him, the supposedly new sheriff of Red Rock comes into the picture. So now you have four of the eight, the Hateful Eight. You have Daisy Domergue, who is played by Jennifer Jason Leigh. You have John the Hangman Ruth, who is played by Kurt Russell. You have Major Marcus Warren, played by Samuel L. Jackson. And then you have the sheriff, I'm forgetting his name, but you have the sheriff of the new sheriff of Red Rock coming into the scene, who is played by Walter Goggins, who was in some more previous work of Quentin Tarantino. He was actually in Django Unchained, so in Quentin Tarantino's last film. Now, if I haven't said it before, The Hateful Eight is the eighth film from Quentin Tarantino. And Quentin Tarantino is going through a phase of westerns because, of course, this is one of his favorite genres. This is probably my least favorite genre in a movie is a western. I hate a western. But the great thing about Quentin Tarantino is that he can make any movie great and even a western. So he really brings this movie to life, and this movie is very beautiful. Now, I was giving a quick synopsis and I stopped halfway in that point to just kind of fill y'all in on what kind of movie this is and what to expect. So these four people get together and they're trying to beat this blizzard, but they're not going to be able to beat it because the snow is coming down really heavy, and the film really depicts how heavy that snow is coming down. It's beautiful white snow with these beautiful white and black horses treading through the snow. It's just absolutely gorgeous, but they're not going to beat the storm. So they take cover at a place called Minnie's Haberdashery, if I'm pronouncing that right. And you won't see Minnie until the end of the film, but her name is referred to a lot of times. So they take shelter at her haberdashery, and when they get to this haberdashery, that's when Tim Roth is introduced as coincidentally the executioner of the town. So John the Hangman Ruth was actually gonna have to run into this man anyway. Michael Madsen is introduced as just an ordinary old guy that wants to get home to see his mom for Christmas. You also see Bruce Dern, who is in a chair sitting down for majority of this movie as just a little old guy sitting in the corner. And then you also see Damien Bouchier as the Mexican guy who is running the haberdashery while Minnie is away to visit her mom. So you have these eight personalities coming together. This film is about 2 hours and 47 minutes long, and that's a lengthy film, but it does not disappoint. Now, I'm going to tell you, for like the first hour and 30 minutes of the movie, really all you see is like the breakdown of these characters, like with a lot of dialogue. But what I'm going to tell you what that does for you. Now, since you don't see any of this gore and blood, you know it's coming because it's a Quentin Tarantino film. So since you don't see that happening, it creates this suspense, this thrilling suspense for you. I mean, you're on the edge because you know somebody's going to get killed, but you don't know when it's going to happen. So that's a good thing that Quentin Tarantino created in this movie. Another thing that you're going to love is this Quentin Tarantino stamp of approval. You know that you're watching a good Quentin Tarantino film because it's going to give you chapters breaking everything down perfectly for you. You know where you are. Quentin Tarantino actually even narrated a chapter, kind of broke everything down for you. He's also going to give you that quintessential Quentin Tarantino touch where he does the kind of the end at the beginning and the beginning at the end, kind of flipping stuff, tying stuff together. So it is an awesome, awesome film. I loved it. The writing was great. The cinematography was absolutely beautiful. You've seen every single detail. And if you're a particular person like I am, who likes to see these pictures like really come to life, these stories really come to life, rather, you'll really enjoy that because you see down to the detail of the horses, the detail of these characters' shoes. Like you see every single detail that you need to really paint this beautiful story. Like he really brings this up together really well. I enjoyed this film. After seeing it, even after the 2 hours and 47 minutes, I was like, I could have went, honestly, I could have went 3 hours for this movie. Like getting to the end of this movie and knowing that it's about to end, I'm like, I don't want it to end. It's that good. And I promise you, the acting is superb. Of course, you know that when you're dealing with a Quentin Tarantino movie, you're going to have this great acting. Like, he writes these characters, then he handpicks the actors that do them so they can really bring them to life really well. But with every film, you know, you're going to have some positives, and then unfortunately, you do have some negatives. Because for me, my biggest thing for this movie, and it's always in a Quentin Tarantino movie, and it kind of throws me back, is the excessive use of the word nigger. It first hearing it come from Jennifer Jason Lee as Daisy Domergue, then just to hear it all over the place. Now you know Samuel Jackson is the only black character in this, and of course it's a western and it's set like post Civil War, so you know that black people were being called niggers during this time. But everybody knows that, so why do I have to hear it so much throughout this movie? It's to the point now where I'm like, okay, Quentin Tarantino, people don't say anything to you about this, really. I mean, they said something about Django, but for the most part, Quentin Tarantino has been making his like Caucasian actors say the word nigger since Pulp Fiction, and it really, him being my favorite director, it gets my juices flowing a lot. I know you can tell in the way that I'm talking because it offends me. Now, I mean, I know that it's art, but it's offensive nonetheless. And another thing that got me was my standout performance. Really, I've heard a lot about Jennifer Jason Lee, but my standout performance was from Walton Goggins. Jennifer Jason Lee really didn't give me anything until the end of the movie, but play like a really crazy person. I mean, her acting wasn't bad, but it wasn't just, oh my gosh. The only thing that I got from her is that she can say the word nigger with like just real comfortably. So I didn't get much from her like other people are saying. But I mean, out of 10, I give this movie a 8.5. It's an awesome movie. I would tell anybody to go out and see it, but I just didn't like that excessive use of that word. So I'm going to end this. And if you got to this point, of course, subscribe, like, share, comment, give me some feedback on it. And I'll be bringing you guys a lot of movie reviews very soon. And I love you guys for watching. Okay, bye.